So Tesla's latest earnings call. Wow. It was not your typical run-of-the-mill financial update. Not at all. It felt more like a declaration of a whole new era for the company. They're making this massive pivot from being just a car company to becoming a leader in real-world artificial intelligence. So today, we're going to unpack that call and really try to understand what this huge AI gamble means for the company, for investors, and honestly, for the future of tech. Let's dive in.
Right out of the gate, Elon Musk sets the tone with this statement. And you really have to pay attention to the words he's using, real-world AI. He's making it super clear this isn't about some chatbot you type questions into. No, this is about intelligence that actually lives and operates in the physical world, in cars, and as we're about to see, in robots. This one quote really frames the entire strategic shift we're about to break down.
And this shift is so big, they've actually updated their mission statement. It's not just about sustainable energy anymore. The new goal is sustainable abundance. Think about that. It's this vision of a future where AI and robotics create a world with, and this is according to Musk, no poverty, and where everyone has access to pretty much anything they want. I mean, it's a bold, almost utopian vision, and it's all supposed to be powered by their tech.
Okay, so what does this future of abundance actually look like if you're thinking about it as an investment? Let's start with the bull case, all the massive opportunities that have investors so excited.
First up, the big one, full self-driving. Musk is basically promising a shockwave with the upcoming unsupervised launch. And the data behind it is just staggering. We're talking 6 billion miles driven by actual customers in the real world. The plan is to start rolling out a robotaxi fleet in a handful of cities this year. And the goal? It's actually pretty simple. Make the car drive so well that you can safely text while it's doing its thing. He thinks that feature alone is going to create almost infinite demand.
But here's the thing. FSD is just the start. All that data, all that learning from the cars, that's the foundation for the second, even bigger pillar, Optimus, the humanoid robot. And Musk's description of its potential is, well, it's kind of mind-blowing. He literally called it the infinite money glitch. His argument is that an AI that can perform physical labor could completely reshape the entire global economy. It's a wild claim.
An infinite money glitch? A shockwave from FSD? I mean, these are gigantic claims. So you have to ask, what is actually under the hood here? What's giving them this level of confidence? Well, the answer seems to lie in a major leap forward in their hardware.
So the engine behind all this confidence is this insane hardware jump. Tesla's moving from their current AI4 chip to the brand new AI5. And because they designed it completely in-house for their specific needs, they're claiming it could be up to 40 times better. 40! I mean, to put that in perspective, that's not just an upgrade. That's like going from a propeller plane straight to a fighter jet. This is the kind of generational leap that could actually power their whole vision.
So how on earth did they pull that off? Musk called their philosophy radical simplicity. And what that really means is, because their only customer is themselves, they could just throw out everything they didn't need. They deleted stuff like a traditional GPU that other chip makers have to include. This deep integration of hardware and software is all about one thing: creating a chip that is wildly efficient and maximizes performance for every watt of power, and most importantly, for every dollar spent.
Of course, to fund a technological leap like that, you need cash, a lot of it. And the call revealed that Tesla's financial engine is absolutely humming. They generated a record of $4 billion in free cash flow just this quarter. This is the money that's going to fuel that incredibly ambitious pivot into robotics and AI.
Okay, the potential is absolutely mind-boggling. But an infinite money glitch is only a glitch if it actually, works. So let's pump the brakes for a minute and look at the other side of the coin, the bear case. And it's all about the monumental challenge of actually pulling all this off.
And this is it. This is the single most important question for anyone looking at this company. The vision is one thing, but execution is everything. And the challenges that are sitting in front of them are, to put it mildly, immense.
And you know what? Musk himself totally gets this. For all the hype about infinite money, he was also very clear. He said, bringing Optimus to market is an incredibly difficult task. This isn't just a software update. It's one of the most complex manufacturing challenges anyone has ever tried to tackle.
The call really laid out 3 huge hurdles for Optimus. First, the hardware itself. Just trying to replicate the human hand and forearm is a massive engineering problem. Second, unlike cars, there's just no existing supply chain for humanoid robots. They have to build literally everything from the ground up. And finally, the sheer scale they're aiming for, 1 million robots a year, is a manufacturing feat that has absolutely no precedent.
And all these execution challenges, they come with very real financial pressures. The CFO pointed out that tariffs hit them for over $400 million this quarter alone. But more importantly for the future, capital expenditures and R&D spending are both said to increase substantially. Why? To pay for all this AI and Optimus development. This is a huge investment with a payoff that is very, very far down the road.
And that brings us to a really crucial reality check. Even with their most mature AI product, full self-driving, they still have a long way to go. Just look at this. Only 12% of the current Tesla fleet has actually paid for FSD. Getting that number way up is absolutely key to funding the rest of the AI vision, and that right there is a major hurdle.
So, you've got this bull case of almost unlimited potential on one side, and on the other, you've got this bear case of just monumental risk. So what does it all boil down to? What is the core investment thesis for Tesla right now?
Here's the bottom line. Investing in Tesla today is no longer just a bet on electric cars. It is a high-risk, high-reward bet on the company's ability to pull off a massive pivot from being a car maker to becoming a full-stack AI and robotics leader. And by full stack, I mean they want to control everything from the silicon chip all the way to the final robot.
So what's the verdict? Based on everything we just heard in that call, how might different people look at the stock? And I really have to say this loud and clear, this is just an analysis of the call. It is not financial advice.
Their earnings call really lays out a very clear choice. This might be a buy for you if you have a really long-term horizon, we're talking 10+ years, and a high tolerance for risk and volatility. And you have to truly believe that the potential of AI and robotics justifies the current valuation. On the flip side, it's probably a pass if you need near-term stability, if you're skeptical about their super ambitious timelines, or if you're just worried about rising costs and competition.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. The path Tesla is trying to carve out is undeniably one of the most fascinating stories in business today, but it's a high-wire act. They're balancing this incredible, world-changing opportunity with just immense risk. So the ultimate question for any investor isn't just whether Tesla can build the future, but whether they can build it on a timeline that works for you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.